Matthew Hoggard produced another fine spell of bowling as his Leicestershire side had a good opening day of their latest LV County Championship match at Lords against Middlesex as they make a late dash for a promotion place. Middlesex won the toss and batted after arriving back in London late the night before following a dramatic 40-over match at Cheltenham. And after Scott Newman got the board moving, he was Hoggard's first victim, edging the former England man to go for 13 at 14 for 1. Hoggard had claimed his 700th first-class wicket in a thumping win over Derbyshire last week, and he's bowling at his best at the moment in spite of John Simpson clipping him for a boundary. It was a slow but steady start from Middlesex, who found themselves 2 down with only 22 on the board when Hoggard trapped O.A. Shah in front for 1. And he then had David Milan caught in the slips next ball by Greg Smith. Now it was a bit of a crisis when the Middlesex captain Neil Dexter arrived at the crease and began with a bit of luck as he edged another Hoggard outswinger to the third-man boundary. Nadeem Malik also struck soon after being given the ball. He found the edge of Simpson's bat as the opener went for 13 at 32 for 4. Middlesex were in real trouble, but Dexter and Gareth Berg managed to see off the threat of Hoggard for now as he took a breather after conceding a boundary, and the other Leicestershire bowlers didn't quite have the same impact. Dexter batted as well as anyone, and he and Berg had saved face by the time lunch arrived with Middlesex on 78 for 4. They developed their partnership further after the break. The ball was not quite doing as much by now, and Dexter and Berg took advantage of that as they began to put a score of some respectability onto the board. Dexter had 1 life when he was put down at slip off Claude Henderson. But thankfully for Leicestershire, it wasn't at all costly as he fell 3 overs later as Hoggard switched to the pavilion end and found the edge of Dexter's bat to remove him for 47, Jacques du Toit taking the catch at slip. At least he'd shared in a stand worth 98 with Berg, who completed his half-century with a controlled sweep off 83 balls. New man Josh Davey had a life when he was dropped by du Toit, denying Hoggard his 5th wicket. Henderson, however, picked up his 2nd as Berg was given out leg before, with the kind of decision a spinner would never have got a few years ago. Berg was out for 53 at 142 for 6. And Hoggard didn't have to wait long for the 24th 5-wicket haul of his career. Sean Udall drove him on the up, straight to Paul Nixon to go for a duck. When Davey guided a lifter from the fired-up Leicestershire captain and was caught by Smith, Middlesex were right back in the mire on 152 for 8. They were to become very thankful that they had Tim Murtagh in their ranks, and he got going with a 4. Before Toby Rowland-Jones turned a delivery from Malik into the hands of Jigger Naik at 161 for 9. There followed some superb entertainment from Murtagh and Pedro Collins, who swished their way to a partnership of 58 for the last wicket in 10 overs. While Murtagh attacked Henderson, Collins hammered Malik into the mound stand for a massive 6. More followed too, as Murtagh also punished Malik with a shot which would have not looked out of place over the city at Wimbledon. He then slog-swept Henderson for his 3rd maximum, as Middlesex at least earned a batting point by passing 200. But it wasn't all big hitting for the last pair. This neat tickle for 3 by Murtagh brought up his excellent half-century off just 41 balls. It was the 9th of his first-class career in his 133rd innings. Alas for the home side, the fun ended when Collins was bowled through the gate by Naik on 13, but at least he'd helped his side to a reasonable score of 219, with Hoggard finishing with figures of 6 for 63, his best return as a Leicestershire player. In Greg Smith, Leicestershire appeared to have a very confident young batsman, and he started the innings well. But Middlesex's momentum did see them take 2 early wickets at the other end. Matthew Boyce was plumb in front playing across a ball from Collins, and du Toit went in similar fashion for an 11-ball duck to leave the visitors on 22 for 2. But the last hour and a half belonged to Leicestershire as James Taylor joined Smith in an important unbroken stand. Smith went to his 2nd 50 in 3 innings in the LV County Championship this summer, with this pull shot bringing him his 8th 4 in a stay of 100 minutes. Taylor played a delightful straight drive to finish off a day that Leicestershire will be extremely happy with. As their promotion rivals stuttered, this could yet be a very big day for them come the end of the season. They will resume on 105 for 2 on day 2, trailing by only 114 runs, with the partnership between Smith and Taylor thus far realising 83 runs. Taylor has already scored a double ton against Middlesex this summer, and he will be greedy for more runs on day 2.